Well, hi everybody, it's Jeff Hopper back with Tim Philpot. And last time we talked, we started talking about how you meet with older men and younger men, and how those things influence who you are. One of the interesting things I think when we read Scripture is we have no idea how old any of Jesus' disciples were. That at 30 years old, some of them probably were a little bit older, some were a little younger, and they were all included. And you've worked really hard to be intentional about that younger and older inclusion, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Having said that, it's difficult because when you start putting groups together, they like to meet by themselves, if you will. I mean, for instance, our group at the golf club, where we meet on Thursday mornings, is mostly older guys like me.
Okay.
And I think it is very difficult to get the younger generation to interact with the older guys. There's something about it. They like to be by themselves, and the older guys, truthfully, they kind of like to be by themselves. So all of that to say, you have to be very intentional about trying to make it happen.
Sure.
I think if you let nature take over, it's not likely to happen.
Yeah, okay.
So you have to be very intentional about making it happen. And so for me, I try to tell everybody to be very specific about trying to find somebody 20 to 40 years older than you are to be your discipler, your mentor, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a natural thing.
Right.
It's not a natural when you're 30 years old to call some guy who's 65 and say, would you start spending some time with me? Because you presume this older man is too busy for me, or too important for me, or I'm a little nobody.
Or he won't get me. He won't understand who I am.
Yeah, just all kinds of reasons why nobody really encourages that to happen.
Yeah.
So, but I do that out of my own life. I woke up not that long ago and realized some of the most important people in my life are 25 to 30 years older than me. So I'm 65 now. It's hard to find these guys, by the way.
Yeah, it's getting harder, that's for sure, 20 to 40 years.
But I've had great joy in my life the last 5 years, finally realizing, after I hit 60, that probably I'm not going to accomplish anything else the rest of my life. And that could be a small exaggeration, but not much. Personally, like I used to be in politics, and soon I used to be a judge. I'll be saying that, I hope someday soon. And I used to do this, and I used to be a good golfer. You think I used to be this, but everything of value in my life right now, I think, is pouring into younger people. I mean, I think I'm here, still on the earth, for these guys that are in their 20s and 30s right now.
Yeah.
I think that's my main purpose in life, is to train, teach, and mentor younger people.
So what you're saying is, you said, I need small groups. But part of the reason you need them is not to receive, but to give away.
Right. Life's like a river.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to flow in. And so when I'm up early in the morning, reading my Bible, reading other good stuff, reading the Links letter.
Okay.
Reading the Links devotional.
Okay.
Put a little plug in.
Yeah.
I'm receiving, and then the stuff I receive, it just has to come out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you learn something fresh from God, it's like a kiss on the cheek. There's a verse in Song of Solomon. Just read this. This is a good example. Song of Solomon, the first chapter, where the one who's loved, which is me, talks about receiving a kiss from the beloved. And so I've been envisioning, even the last 2 weeks, when I read the Word and I find something new, I've been thinking about this new thought from the Word as a kiss on the cheek from Jesus.
Wow.
And when you get a kiss on the cheek from Jesus, you really do. You want to tell somebody what it was.
Yeah.
You want to share that when you find something really good. So that's all it really is spending enough time to receive what you can from the Lord, and the mentors that you have that are older than you are. Receive all of that and then let it go into these younger people. That's really the bottom line on my life right now.
Yeah. Well, that's a fascinating part of what God has led you into as we kind of circle back to that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Really good to hear about this.
Thanks.